I am AkashKumarSingh, roll number 2501243, section D. Today I am going to put upon my thoughts related to a topic related to Indian economy, that is understanding India's external sector risk and current account deficit. Have you ever noticed that whenever global oil prices rise, petrol prices in India increase and the rupee weakens? This is not a coincidence. It reflects a deeper issue in India's economy known as external sector vulnerability. India is a highly import dependent country, especially when it comes to crude oil. In fact, India imports nearly 85% of its crude oil requirements, according to the government data. This dependence exposes the economy to global shocks, which are captured through an important macroeconomic indicator called current account deficit. The CAD occurs when a country imports more goods and services than it exports, leading to a net outflow of foreign exchange. According to the Reserve Bank of India, India's CAD typically ranges between 1% to 3% of the GDP, but it tends to increase sharply during global crisis. The main contributors to India's CAD are crude oil, gold, and electronic imports. From a macroeconomic perspective, this reflects an external imbalance. From a microeconomic perspective, it reflects our consumption patterns and limited domestic production in key sectors. Now, let's understand how global shocks affect India through a real example. During the Russia Ukraine war in 2022, global oil prices surged above $100 per barrel. This had a direct impact on India's economy. During the current Iran war, also, this has again occurred and it has again reached $100 per barrel. The mechanism for this works like this. When oil prices rise, India's import balance increases. This widens the CAD. As a result, the demand for dollars increases. Because India needs more dollars to pay for the imports, this leads to depreciation of the Indian rupee. According to the International Monetary Fund (IMF), emerging economies like India are particularly more vulnerable to such external shocks. When the rupee depreciates, imports become more expensive. This leads to imported inflation, especially in fuel, transportation, and food prices. It also puts pressure on the government as it may need to increase subsidies or manage inflation. However, there is also a positive side. A weaker rupee makes e- Indian exports cheaper and more competitive in global markets. To manage these external risks, India follows a cautious and calibrated policy approach. The Reserve Bank of India plays a crucial role by intervening in the foreign exchange market, using its reserves, which are currently $600 billion. It uses it to stabilize the rupees. Important policy guidance has also come from key committees. The Tarapur Committee in 1997 and 2006 recommended a gradual move towards capital account convertibility, but only after achieving a macroeconomic stability such as low inflation and fiscal discipline. The Narsimhan Committee also focused on strengthening the banking system and ensure that India's financial sector remains resilient to external shocks. In terms of policy measures, in the short run, India uses forex reserves and interest rate adjustments to manage volatility. In the medium to long run, the focus is on structured reforms such as diversifying of imports and building strategic petroleum reserves, promoting renewable energy, and boosting domestic manufacturing and exports. However, there are significant challenges as well. India's high dependence on imported energy, slow pace of structural reforms, and global economic uncertainties continue to pose risks. In conclusion, India's external sector risks are not just about trade deficit and exchange rates. They reflect deeper structural issues such as energy dependence and limited export diversification. Managing the CAD is therefore not just a macroeconomic necessity, it is a long term developmental challenge. As India aims to become a major global economy, reducing external vulnerability will be critical for achieving stable and sustainable growth. Thank you.